What is up, guys? Welcome back to a new video, new series as well. I want to introduce something new today, which I will call Will It Drift. And what we are going to do in Will It Drift is simply we are going to buy every car, and there is a condition, which is the car has to be capable of having a rear wheel drive. I'm not sure if we're gonna do all wheel drive, definitely not gonna do front wheel drive. But all cars that are capable to run as a rear wheel drive, we will try to drift them, whatever car it might be. And I want to start from the first car in the shop, which is unfortunately not the car that you just have seen there, but it's actually the 124 Spider from Abarth from 2017, and I already own this car. Now what I intend to do is we're going to buy the car, or if I already have it, we're gonna put it on stock, we're gonna see how it does, and then we're gonna tune it, and then we're gonna see if it's able to drift. And for a final test, we will go and drift the crazy hill in Fortune Island. We will try to drift it down and see what we can come up with as a high score. And then from there on, we just see how the series turns out, and if you guys like it, then let me definitely know in the comments below. So let's get started. Okay, as I said, I already own the car, so obviously we need to change to this car, and it's right here. We get in the car, and it's actually a pretty nice looking car. I drove it before, but I'm not sure about drifting, if it's capable to drift, and I'm actually not even sure if it's capable to be a rear wheel drive, or if it's a rear wheel drive. We're gonna check that out now. So let's go to upgrade and tuning, custom upgrade. And the first thing I will do is I'll open up the setup manager, and I never know which button that is on my wheel, so I'm gonna use my mouse. And then I'm gonna do reset default upgrades. And you see I probably already have tuned it before to some degree, and we just put it back. And I think it's a rear wheel drive, and let's just see what it is. Drivetrain. Yeah, it's rear wheel drive. Okay. Great, so now that it's stock, we're gonna go back and we're gonna actually drive this thing. Also, let's reset the tuning, because I think this is not reset by resetting the upgrades there. Okay, now we definitely have it back on stock, and let's see. Okay, let's take it for a spin. Okay, that sounds pretty decent. Let's see how it performs. So I like this house here because there's a drift area right next to it, and it's a few curves there. Obviously it doesn't help that it's winter. I think it makes drifting a bit harder. Let's see how this does on stock. Yep, as expected. Just gonna spin out there. And yeah, I think we don't need to go into any depth without tuning it. Let's go ahead and put a few tunings on. And then let's try it again. Maybe one more little attempt here. Oh, it's really hard to control this car. But I think it might have some potential. I'm not even sure we need to do much performance-wise, because it's pretty decent already. Let's see. So I do my default tune that I would do on any car that I want to tune for drifting. So I'm gonna go to upgrades and tuning, custom upgrades, and I don't want to put too much power in there, because I think the power is, yeah, okay, 123 kilowatts. That's not very much, but let's see what we get there. What I usually do is I just upgrade it to the first level of everything, so I'm not gonna go all out. And then let's see where we end up horsepower wise. It's really stupid because I'm using kilometers per hour, and you cannot use kilometers per hour and horsepower at the same time as an indicator for power. So you have to use kilowatts, which I find is very stupid. Skipped one there. Let's take this one, let's take this one. And we definitely take the race flywheel, that's what I always take on the end. And then for platform and handling, I always right away go for the best stuff that they have. So for the springs, obviously I do drift springs, and we want to be able to adjust the anti-roll bars too. So we're gonna upgrade that as well, and then we see for the weight distribution, now it has 54% on the front. That's not ideal. So let's see if we can get a few percentages out here. So we have 53 already with full weight reduction, and then let's see if we can get another percent down with the roll cage, and we can. So we're gonna put in the roll cage to get closer to 50-50. Okay. So this looks pretty decent. Now obviously we didn't tune it yet. Drivetrain, did we do that yet? No. Drivetrain also, you can go ahead and ramp that up to the best parts there. Is this the correct one? Yeah, that's the correct one. Race one. Race differential to be able to shift faster and all this kind of stuff. So now it's winter, and I don't know about the tire compound. If you need to use snow tires in winter for drifting, I haven't figured that out yet. I'll just go for street tire compound now, because the street seems pretty empty of snow at this moment. For the wheels I take 225s in the front, and I take the largest size available on the back. For rims I don't care, and also for the track width I don't care as of now. Then aero and appearance, let's ramp that up so we can adjust the downforce. Wow, that makes it look much more like a race car. Cool. Definitely don't need any engine swap or drivetrain conversion now. So I'm gonna install this, and let's see how that car is running now with those new parts in it. Okay, let's go back and let's give it another spin. I suspect we will just twist out violently without applying any tunes, but let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, that sounds much better. It also seems to handle much better, surprisingly. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's better. Oh yeah! Look at that! Sorry to destroy the wall there. But
you have arrived at your destination.
A little bit of understeering there. Let's take it for another spin, because next up I would just tune it. Definitely performance-wise, it's performing well enough. As you can see, I'm in a good place there when I'm in second gear. Let's do one more round before we apply any tunes. And just get a feel for the car there. Yeah, a little bit more grip in the back. So obviously we didn't set up any camber or toe yet. So this is gonna be quite a huge difference when we do that. But generally speaking,
you have arrived at your destination.
For no tunes applied at all, that's pretty decent, I have to say. Okay, let's do that. Let's do some basic tuning, and I'm going to show you what I always do as a first step on any drift car. This is the default that I always apply. We go to tuning, obviously, and I want to start from the right side there. The first thing you do is you put acceleration on 100%. Always. That's important. Deceleration does not matter. I can do a separate video on tuning, but I think there is a much better video out there. I think it's from Hoki Hoshi, and he has a really in-depth explanation on how to tune the car for drifting. So I could just make a worse job than him on this. Braking force, I don't care at all. Aero, I don't care at this moment. This is like, we will look into that later if we need to. For the stiffness, there's a formula that you can use. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm not interested in it. I just would do that if I really have to fine-tune the car and if it's not drifting well enough with the basic setup that I run. So for springs, actually now with those drift springs and dampers available, we can just leave it as it is. Usually it performs well enough on the default. Make sure the ride height is the lowest possible level. That's fine. We don't do anything with the anti-roll bars. We could apply the formula there too, but not yet. And what I definitely want to do is the alignment part, and this is one thing I always do. So I go to the front toe and I put toe out on 5 degrees, and you will see what kind of huge difference that makes in a second. For all the other settings, I'm not gonna touch them as of now because I wanna just go part by part. The gearing we're not gonna touch yet either. Then we go to tires, and I suspect that we have a little bit of grip issues in the back wheel, so I'm gonna lower the pressure a little bit on the back, like 2 points or something like that, and then we apply the setting, and then we compare it to what it was before. Okay, let's go. Same drift zone from the different direction, and as you can see, it's snowing, so oh god, that was a miss shift. Okay. Alright, you see the difference? That little tune made, it's much more controllable in the curve, and I can actually perform pretty decent drift right off the bat. So, I guess that proves the point. Less is more sometimes. To be honest, this looks good enough for me. I don't need to go back to the garage. So I will go and transition over to Fortune Island, and I'll catch you there on the mountain road. Let's try this thing out. Okay guys, we arrived in Fortune Island, and I actually just got the extension yesterday, so I haven't played a ton. My map is still completely empty. But let's go to this insane mountain drift. I think we can take that as a measurement for all of our Will It Drift videos here, because it's essentially the best and most awesome drift track I have ever driven in any car simulation. I have to say, this car is really cool. I didn't expect it turns out that well, so that's nice. So what we are going to do is we're gonna take one turn uphill drift and one turn downhill drift. It's a rather long drift, so don't expect me to talk too much while doing it. I rather concentrate a little bit on the track. And if we need to do some fine adjustments, we will still do them as we go. Okay guys, let's go. This is the uphill drift. I would like to play some nice Eurobeat music, and I completely missed that one because I was talking. Okay, that does not count. Let's go, next curve. Yeah, this thing drifts. Not perfectly yet, but you can see there's some ice on the road, and as I said, I don't know really how this affects things. But it was a pretty good connection. Okay. It lacks a little power for the uphill drift, but it's pretty good enough. Okay. Good stuff there. It handles really cool. Ah, this was a little too much, okay. At least we didn't twist all the way. Here we go. Woo! Yep, that was not good. Man, I hate winter. Winter is the worst for drifting. Freaking snow everywhere. I'm really looking forward for spring. As I said, I just bought the extension yesterday, so I only have seen this track in snow, covered in snow. Man, this car is so much fun. Probably nowhere near my record, but oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, this is gonna be a fail. Usually if you stay too long, it's gonna just fail you. No, it didn't. Sorry for that. That was a nuke mistake. Not paying enough attention. Okay, let's take the final curve like a jump. Almost.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, I think that went well enough. Let's take it downhill. Okay, I would maybe do one thing very quickly. I will go ahead and go to tuning, and I would lower the rear tire pressure 1 more point there for a little bit more grip, and then I will go ahead and I would little bit raise the acceleration on the second gear, just a few points really. Just like that. For downhill it will be fine anyway, I guess, but just for the heck of it. Okay, guys. By the way, let me know if you prefer to have first-person drift. It's much harder though. And I usually only do this on cars I'm used to. Okay, let's go downhill. Think we can beat our score of 90,000 that we had? I think yes. Yeah, probably not like this. Okay, guys, this does not count. This was a very stupid start. Let's try it one more time. Great rewind function here. Okay, let's do it one more time, but properly. By the way, disclaimer, I'm a noob drifter. I just started this recently. So I don't have years of experience like most of the other people here. I'm just learning as I go, but I really enjoy the process so far. It's so much freaking fun. I should have taken that probably a little bit differently. Whoa, 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 whoa. As I said, noob drifter. I also just got the handbrake a couple of days ago, by the way, so this is all new to me. Before, I was literally e-hand braking with a button on the wheel, which sucked a lot. Whoa! Look at that. That was really close. Okay, we're already at 70k. Cool. Yeah. Ah, that was too far. That was too far. Let's catch it. Okay. Whoa. Again, a little bit too far. Yeah! Those are the drifts I like most. Very close. Initial D style. We need some Eurobeat on this channel, guys. Give me some free DRM free playlists and I will play it up and down. And as you can see, score much better, and this is gonna be a nice last drift into the sunset. Look at that.
You have arrived at your destination.
I think. What do you guys say? Does it drift? In my opinion, it does, and it does drift very well. So this car is worth looking into more. Actually, I maybe I do a real tune setup, an in-depth one with this one, because it seems to have a lot of potential there. I still need to buy a house, by the way, on Fortune Island, but let's end this video on some other person's property. Park the car here, look towards the sunset. Look at this, guys. This is beautiful. Alright, let's have a sneak peek at what we can expect in the next video for Will It Drift, because I think it's getting heaps more exciting. Let's go to the festival real quick, because there will be cars
around the back of the festival site for all Horizon drivers.
I don't want to do this.
Do you want to set up camp here?
Let's see that. So, the next car on the list is... Oh no, that's a front wheel drive, so we're not gonna do that. Gladly, very gladly. The next car is gonna be this one, the Fiat 131 from 1980, Abarth, and this is gonna be a fun thing. And there will be cars like this. This is actually a rear wheel drive. Look at this thing. This is gonna be a very fun video, guys. So I hope you stick around for that, and if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe to the channel so that I can see that you actually enjoy the stuff that I'm doing. And see you back in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.